Good evening, everybody. It's Philippa here again. Well, again, today I've had my granddaughter with me, and I just love watch and learn from little kids. So it's going to be another one of those episodes where we discuss the children. Dropped her at school today, and they were all very excited. And they only spent half a day there. And then she was home. And what came from this was we went to the local McDonald's, which I hadn't been to in so long I didn't even know how to order. And there was all these other kids there. Well, my goodness, the amount of laughter and joy that was coming out of that place as all these kids were giggling and squealing and laughing and sliding and playing. And I sat and looked at all the adults sitting around with serious looks on their faces, eating their meals, while all these kids were giggling and laughing and just having so much fun. And I thought, my goodness, what is it that changes us from being joyful people to the serious people eating their dinners, or their lunches as it was? When do we lose that spark? When do we stop getting that excitement about things? And it's really quite interesting. When does that happen? At what age? And at what age do we become aware of what's going on around us? Well, we were reading books before bed because I've got to sleep over tonight. And we're reading good old Harry McCleary, from Donaldson's Dairy and Bits of Maloney or Skinny and Bony. And as we're reading about all of these dogs, suddenly the little girl next to me said, "Nanny, why are they all boy dogs?" She goes, I said, "Well, yes, they are boy dogs." She goes, "Maybe that's a she." I said, "No, that's a he. It says he. His, he. She goes, "Where are all the girl dogs?" And I thought, where are all the girl dogs? So this episode, well, this book wasn't an episode. This book was called Sit, and we then saw 3 other dogs: Custard, Noodle, and Barnacle B. So we didn't know anything about them except for their names, so I told her they were probably the girl dogs. So I thought, wow, isn't this interesting? Here we are, a young girl, 5, not even 6 yet, starting to notice in books that the characters were all males. Where were the girls in these books? They were books about dogs doing dog things. They could have been girls. And the cat was Scarface Claw, and he was a boy also. The only female pronouns we used were for Miss Rose, who saved Scarface in the previous book. Sorry, yeah, you're right. No, there was no female terms used at all in the second book. And I just thought, my goodness, when is it she's starting to see some of these things in the world where this book's all about male dogs and there's no female dogs? But when she was playing, she was just playing and laughing and talking to the kid sitting next to us who she'd been playing with. And when they got out to sit with the parents, she's starting to talk to the kid next to her, and the kid next to us. And the mother said, "The little girl next to you's talking to you. Do you know her?" And she goes, I thought, wow, while they're in that play area, they're all happy to play with one another, quite happily, no issue. But as soon as they come back to their tables, they start to take on this, "I've lost my joy of life." So how do we get our joy of life back? Because it's really important. As adults, we need to know how to have that joy, how to be excited by things, how to feel the excitement of getting into a play gym and sliding and climbing. Maybe we need adult playgrounds. And no, I don't mean adult playgrounds. I mean playgrounds with bigger slides and bigger round holes to slide in, actual playground play things with swings and all of that for adults to go to, where they can swing and slide and all just get in there, take their shoes and socks off and play around. Maybe then we could actually get back to that essence of joy of who we are. Because who we are right here is joyful people who are here to make a difference in lots of people's lives. Yet we get so caught up in the limiting beliefs that start to pound on top of us. So I hope she didn't get a limiting belief that exciting books about dogs and cats all had to be males. Because she did ask for a princess book, but we didn't have one. So I just thought, what is it? Why do we lose this? Do we get caught up in things? So I'd like to put out there that we need to bring adventure playgrounds for adults where you go and you all just play. And I've watched lots of kids in these playgrounds over the years. I've had 5 kids to watch, as well as now a granddaughter to watch. And the kids, when they're in there, they just talk to everybody and anybody, and they all just get along with each other, and there's no issues. Would we be the same if we got into playgrounds like that? I would hope we would be. Would we shed some of those limiting beliefs that we carry around with us? You know, those limiting beliefs that, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not tall enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, that everyone gets caught up in. Because in the playground, everyone's just sliding and swinging and climbing and having fun. Now I realise as you get that little bit older, the body doesn't quite move as well, so maybe there has to be different stages of the playgrounds for different ages. But would it bring back that joy, that lightheartedness in all of us? Or is it as we get older we lose it? I think if we could actually get this sort of playground going, where there were slides and there was climbing gyms, just like the ones at McDonald's for children, but in bigger scale, so adults could play in them, we would find people would shed some of the rubbish that they carry around with them. Because we carry around a whole pile of crap every day on our back, in our handbags, in our heads, under our arms. We carry all this baggage and this rubbish that we don't need. And we let other people throw their rubbish at us, and we carry their rubbish too. Watching the kids in the playground, you know, someone might have wanted to go first and the other one wanted to go first. Well, they sorted it out and they got on with it, and there was no punching and there was no fighting. There was just so much joy and love in there. And you could see they were all having a ball. As I said, she was talking to the kid next door, sitting at the table. So, I want to put to you, what do you do in your life that takes you back to being a child, that takes you back to just spontaneous joy? Because if we can get all of us back to that point of forgetting about all the rubbish that goes on in our lives, then we can really start to appreciate who we are. And when we talk about who we are, how we want people to remember us. How do I want to be remembered? That's a really important question. Do I want to be remembered as someone who carried around a whole pile of rubbish and a whole pile of woes and a whole pile of issues? Or do I want to be remembered as a spontaneous, caring, loving person? Well, if I can get myself into places where I can be spontaneous and caring and loving, oops, I hope it's nothing dangerous. That's the Victorian emergency warning signal. I hope you might have heard it. I'm sure it isn't. Then we might be able to ditch those limiting beliefs that we carry. Ditch that crap that tells us we're not good enough. Because in that playground there was not one kid who didn't think they weren't good enough. They were all good enough. They could all partake, they could all play, and my goodness, they were having fun. And you know what? They were more excited when I said, where do you want to go for lunch? She goes, somewhere with a playground. Really wasn't interested in the food, it was the playing. It was the time to just be free And that's what we need. We need these times to be free and just have fun. Yeah, I know there's water parks, but I'm talking maybe the pubs could actually put in an adults playground area where we had swings and slides and things and a ball pit. I'd love to get in a ball pit and just throw myself around like a kid. But there's always kids in them, so I can't. So how about that? What do you reckon? If you think my idea for adult children's style playgrounds, hi Kayla, is a great idea, then I want you to post down here, and if I get enough people posting, I'm going to see if we can encourage one of the local pubs or someone out there to start thinking about building one of these. So leave your thoughts. Tell me if you would play in an upsized McDonald's children's playground that fitted adults, and if you would enjoy yourself, because I reckon we all would enjoy ourselves and we'd all get rid of that I'm not good enough stuff that goes on. Just patting a cat. Okay, I've seen a little person sneaking her head around the corner, which means she's got out of bed, so I've got to go. Tell me if you like my idea. See you peoples. Bye for now.